Today we'll focus mostly on, we have already done moles and all. In that context only, we'll just think of some percentages of elements in a compound kind of a thing. Suppose you've got some water. Water is made up of what? Hello? Water is made up of? Can you open? Can you speak?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell water is made up of?
2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen.
Yeah. Now, suppose I take some water in a container. So, how much hydrogen alone is there? What is the percentage of hydrogen? And what is the percentage of oxygen in this container? How to work out? See, whatever may be the quantity of water, don't worry. Because we are speaking about the percentage. For every 100, how much is there? Now, what is the molecular weight of this water? 18, no? How 18? 2 hydrogens, 2. 1 oxygen, 16. So put together it is 18. Out of this 18, only hydrogen is how much? How much? 2, no?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the percentage of hydrogen? How to calculate percentage? Hydrogen mass by total mass into 100. What is the percentage of oxygen?
One by 18 into 100.
No, oxygen is how many grams?
12.
Out of 18, what is water? 16, no?
Yeah.
This is how you have to calculate the percentage of each element in a compound by mass. Okay, just try to get one more thing. Suppose I have got carbon dioxide. What is the percentage of carbon by mass? What is the total molecular mass? Carbon is how much? Atomic weight? 12. 2 oxygens? 32. Put together? 44. So percentage of carbon, can you tell me? What is carbon's mass? 12. Total mass?
44.
44 into 100. What is percentage of oxygen in carbon dioxide? How much? Surendra, Sharath?
Sir,
Yeah, percentage of oxygen.
32 by 44 into 100.
Very good. Similar way, try to tell. And by the way, you know all atomic weights, no? Hydrogen is 1, carbon is 12, oxygen 16, nitrogen 14. If you don't know, take down. Sodium 23. Potassium 39, calcium 40, chlorine 35.5. Most frequently occurring atomic weights: silver 108, sulfur 32. Atomic weights, very popular. What is the molecular weight of sulfuric acid? Tell me. How to calculate? Two hydrogens, two, one sulfur, how much? One sulfur, how much?
32.
32, four oxygens.
$64.
Put together?
98.
What is this 98 called? Speak out freely. Happily you can speak out. What is that 98 called?
Atomic weight of sulfuric acid.
Molecular weight, Anali, because it is a molecule, not an atom. Molecular weight. Got it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Out of this 98, exclusively sulfur is how much? How much? 32. So what is the percentage of sulfur in sulfuric acid?
Thirty-two by 98
32 by 98 into
into 100.
100. This is how you should always calculate percentage. Did you understand? Hello? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Very simple logic. Suppose in a container there are 16 yellow balls, okay, and 44 green balls. What is the percentage of yellow balls? Tell. How many yellow balls? Percentage. 16 yellow balls by what? Total number of balls, 60
60 into 100.
into 100. This is how you will have to calculate percentages. In chemistry, we always come across percentage calculations. So many times, slowly you will get used to it. Now I'll give glucose, C6H12O6. Is it a molecule or atom? Is it a molecule or atom?
Molecule.
Molecule. Now tell me what is the total mass of this molecule? Calculate and tell me. You know the individual atomic weights, no? Surendra. Sharath. Who is the other one? TVS.
180, sir.
180. Very good. 7, 6, 12s are 72. 12, 96. Put together 180. Very good. Now percentage of carbon by weight. How many grams carbon is there?
72.
divided by 180 grams. If you take 1 mole into 100. How much is this? 40%, no? Agreed? Percentage of hydrogen. Tell me. 12 by 100. Sorry, 12 by 180 into 100. 6.6%. Percentage of oxygen. 96 by 180 into 100. Somewhere around 53.4%. Like this, you should be able to calculate percentage. Now, I'll come in the reverse way. Suppose there is a biomolecule. A big molecule is there in biology system. It contains 4% sulfur. What is the molecular weight? Atomicity of sulfur 1 only. చెప్పండి. Means what? In that big molecule, there is only one sulfur. Its percentage is 4. I am asking what is the molecular weight. Can you work out? Very simple. There is one sulfur here, whose percentage is 4. What is the molecular weight?
800.
How much?
800.
How?
800.
How?
So it'll be 32 by the molecular weight into 100, which is equal to 4.
2 by molecular weight into 100 is equal to 4. So, you got 800? Okay.
Yeah.
M is equal to 8. Very, very good, Sharat. Somebody told, Charita, did you understand this? Charita,
Yes, sir.
did you understand the logic?
Yes, sir.
I said there is one sulfur. Okay, let us assume the molecular weight is M. Out of M, sulfur contributes only 32, no? There is only one sulfur. So that percentage is 32 by M into 100. It is percentage. And I said it is 4. So M will be what? 800. If I make the problem little complicated, will you take it? Will you try?
Yes, sir.
Should I make it a bit complicated? Lasya and Charita? Surendra.
Yes, sir.
An enzyme contains 4% magnesium. 4% magnesium. And 2% sulfur. What is the molecular weight? Possible molecular weight of the enzyme. Magnesium atomic weight 24, sulfur atomic weight 32.
So do we take atomicity as 1?
Yeah, you can take. We'll see.
Between 600 and 1600.
Between?
600 and 1600.
Anybody else? What is the logic? If you take only magnesium into consideration, what will be the molecular weight?
600.
600, sir.
24 by m into 100 is 4. So m will be how much?
600.
600, correct. Good. To satisfy this condition. And to satisfy this condition, how much? Sorry, 32 by m into 100 must be 2. Implies m will be 1600. How come there will be two different molecular weights for the same compound? There is no chance, no? Did you understand? Hello? Is it possible? How the same molecule, how can it have two different molecular weights? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
For calculation sake, I'll do a small thing. Make it 3% magnesium. Make it 3%. What will you get? So that you will get an easy calculation. 8, no?
800.
800. So can the substance have two different molecular weights? No chance. So what is the best possible way? Will you take 800 or will you take 1600?
800.
If you take 800, will this condition be satisfied? Suppose 800 is the molecular weight. Each magnesium is 24 into 100. The magnesium condition is satisfied. This is 3%. But what about sulfur? 800 is the molecular weight. 32 by 800 into 100 will be how much? 4%. But what is the percentage? 2. So what will be the molecular weight? Is it 800 or 1600 or something else? If you take 1600, both conditions will be satisfied. Maybe there are more magnesiums, atomicity is more. Try to understand. Suppose if I take 1600, what will happen? Remember 3 and 2. So if I take 1600, what will be the percentage of magnesium? 24 by what? 1600 into 100. What will it be? Is it sulfur or magnesium? 1600 magnesium I am taking. This will go 16 times. What is the percentage?
0.
No, 3 by 2, no? 1.5. But I said 3%. Maybe instead of one magnesium, there are two magnesiums in the molecule, so that your 3% is satisfied. First, let me tell you one thing very clearly. Suppose if sulfur is 2, if magnesium is 3%, if magnesium is 3%, what is the molecular weight is my question. So 24 by m into what? 100 is equal to 3. M you have got 800. When will this 800 be correct?
Magnesium is,
Magnesium?
when the magnesium is 3%, the molecular weight be 800.
800 will be correct if there is only one magnesium in the enzyme. Lasya.
Yes, sir.
When will this 800 be correct if there is only one magnesium? Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Suppose there are two magnesiums, 2 into 24 by molecular weight may be 1600 is equal to 3. Yes or no? Now also.
Yes.
Into 100, sorry. Still what? Correct. So if there is only one magnesium, molecular weight should be 800. If there are two magnesiums, molecular weight should be?
1600.
If there are three magnesium to satisfy the percentage? What will be the molecular weight?
2400.
Superb. 2400. Superb. So we should say we are not pretty sure. He is only telling 3% magnesium is there. What is the possible molecular weight? Possible molecular weight will be what? If you take there is only one magnesium, 24 by molecular weight into 100 is 3. Assuming there is only one magnesium, then M will be 800. But who knows there is only one magnesium? There may be two magnesium, 3, 4, 10. So the molecular weight may be what? 800 and its multiples is the molecular weight. If the atomicity is 2, it will be 1600. If it is 3, it will be 2400. It's 4, 800. Like. So for 3% magnesium to be satisfied, what should be the molecular weight? Either 800 or multiples of what? 800. It can be either 800 or 1600 or 2400 or 3200. It should be only multiple of 800. Sorry, 3200. Now coming to sulfur. To satisfy 2% of sulfur, what should be the molecular weight? Minimum one sulfur if you take 32 by m into 100 is 2. What is m? 1600. So with reference to sulfur, should the molecular weight be only 1600 or anything else? Should it be only 1600 or anything else?
Multiples of 1600.
Superb. 1600 multiples, because you calculated the 1600 assuming there is only one sulfur. There may be more sulfurs. Now, is 800 a multiple of 1600 or 1600 a multiple of 800? Whole number multiple. Is 1600 a multiple of 800 or 800 a multiple of 1600?
1600 is multiple of 800.
So what is the final answer?
Multiples of 800.
Yes. 1600 multiples. Minimum should be 1600. You can't have less than 1600 because for sulfur you calculate it's a 1600. And above 1600 is valid. Below 1600 will not be satisfied with sulfur. But 1600 is satisfied with magnesium also. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So, final molecular weight will be what? A minimum of 1600 or above it, it's okay. But if you take only 800, it cannot be having one sulfur at least. Suppose I'll trouble you like this. Percentage of magnesium is 3. Percentage of sulfur, let me give you. How much? How much I gave? 4, not 4. This time I'll give. I'll change the percentage so that it will become a little more complicated. 24 is to 32. 4% and 3% and 4%. If I give, what will happen? Both will give same answer. Check down. If magnesium is 3%, what should be the minimum molecular weight? If magnesium is 3%, what is the minimum molecular weight?
800.
800. Okay. If sulfur is 4%, what is the minimum molecular weight?
800.
That also will be 800. So what is the possible molecular weight of the enzyme?
800.
Multiples. I'll now reverse. I'll make this 4. I'll make this. I'll make this 4. I'll make this something else. 32. 3% will be an odd number. I'll make this also 4. Tell me, what is the molecular weight? What will satisfy 4% magnesium? (24 by m) 200
600.
implies m must be 600 multiple. 4% sulfur. 32 by m.
800 multiple.
Yeah, is 4 again, implies m must be 800. Now tell me, what may be the molecular weight? If I go by this cannot be satisfied because 800 is a not multiple of 600. If I go by this will not be satisfied because 600 is not a multiple of 800. What is the molecular weight? Both should be satisfied. Any idea?
200 multiple.
Sorry?
200 multiple.
200 multiple. If you take 200, how can that first condition be satisfied? 600 and above, 800 and above. It should be 600, 1200 like. It should be 800, 1600 like. But both must be satisfied at a time. So what will be the molecular weight? If there is only one magnesium, we calculated 600. If there is one sulfur, we calculated this. There may be more magnesium, there may be more sulfurs. So if I go by this molecular weight, this condition will not be satisfied. If I go by this condition will not be satisfied. What to do? Think smartly. Either it should be 600, 1200, 1800 like that. And it should also be a multiple of 800. It should be a multiple of 600. It should be a multiple of 800 also. What should I take?
2,400.
How much?
2,400.
Perfect. Perfect. How? This is a multiple of 600. This is a multiple of 800 also. Charita, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
No, suppose if I take this as molecular weight, what will be the atomicity of magnesium? How did you get 600? Assuming there is only one magnesium.
So is it 4?
Yes, correct. What is the atomicity of sulfur? Easy, no? We calculated 800 for one sulfur. That 2400 means 3. So always magnesium and sulfur are in 4:3 ratio in that enzyme. Like that we should calculate. Very good. Hemoglobin is there no in blood. Hemoglobin. Blood has hemoglobin. It contains 0.4% iron by mass. What is the molecular weight of hemoglobin? Iron atomic weight 56.
Zero point 0.7.
How much?
0.7.
No. 56 by m into 100 is 0.4. No.
14,000.
14,000, yeah.
14,000. Clear, Sharat?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Ah, that's good. So this is how things will move. We need to balance stoichiometric equations, stoichiometric calculations, many things we need to do. We'll work out that later. Today, some units, how they came, all those things we learn. Suppose I want to move a stone from one place to other place. What should I do? The table. There is a stone on the table. How can I move the stone? By applying force. The stone will move. Suppose there is a discharge tube and there is an electron here. How to make the electron move? I can't touch it. Any idea? Is electron negative or positive? Hello. Is electron negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative. So it will be attracted towards what? Positive charge. So there is a positive charge with a plate connected to battery, negative charge connected to battery. This is called voltage. You need to apply voltage on an electron such that it will move. So how to move a charged body? By application of potential difference, we call it voltage. Voltage is nothing but opposite charge. It can be achieved by connecting it to a battery. So if you take a battery, you have seen a battery. If you see it closely, they write plus and minus on it. Means this pole is electrons, this pole has nothing. So if you connect it with a wire, electrons will move like this. So they always move towards a positive sign, positive charged plate. So if you want to move an electron in a discharge tube, not only electron, any charged body in gaseous state. Suppose you have got a magnesium ion here. How to move it? How to move it? Tell me. Can I touch it and move? Is it possible? What should I do? I have to apply what? Potential. If I apply potential, a charged body will move. When it is not moving, when it is moving, what is the difference? What is the difference between a moving train and non-moving train? What is the difference?
Rest motion.
This is in rest. This is in motion. A fellow in motion will have kinetic energy. How to calculate kinetic energy of a body? Half into mass of the body into speed square. These are all must in sciences. Kinetic energy can be calculated by half mv square. Suppose when there is an electron at rest, when there is an electron at rest, to make it move, to make it move, you have to apply some potential. You have to apply some potential. That potential will be in what? Volts. How strong the pole is, plus and minus. If you The charge of electron multiply with volts will give the kinetic energy of the body. In electrical sense, you should calculate like this. Charge into voltage will give what? Kinetic energy. So, whatever may be the charge, always remember. Can you tell what is the charge of magnesium ion? What is the charge of magnesium ion? What is the charge? Speak out freely. Hello? I don't know. How much?
2 plus.
Actually, we should not tell like that. Why magnesium has become Mg2 plus? Can you tell me? Why do you have charged particles?
Because they either gain or lose electrons.
Yes. How many electrons it lost?
2 electrons.
So what is the charge of this?
2 plus.
Charge of 2 electrons. Charge of 2 electrons. Understand? What is the charge of an electron? Do you know? 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Charge is measured in what units? In this earth and heaven, whoever gets some charge, the charge is only because of transfer of electrons. Suppose some fellow has gained electrons, oxygen atom gained 2 electrons. What will it get? That is, if anybody gets electrons, it acquires negative charge. If any neutral fellow loses electrons, it acquires positive charge. Can you tell me what is the charge of magnesium ion? How much? Magnitude of the charge? Why did this get this charge plus 2? Because it has lost 2 electrons. What is the charge of each electron?
1.602 into 10 per minus 90.
Negative, of course. Now, how many electrons lost? 2. So how much
So
charge
2
of
into
2 into 1.0, 2 into 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs.
That is the correct answer. What is the charge of magnesium? You can say 2 units. But absolute charge is how much? 2 into 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs with positive charge. What is the charge of phosphate ion? Tell me in 2 languages. You can say simply.
3 units.
Yeah, 3 units negative. Otherwise what?
1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19.
Excellent. What? Coulombs. Now, if I take a magnesium ion in a discharge tube, it is just hanging there in a rest. Can I make it move by singing a song from here? I'll start singing nicely from here. Will the magnesium ion move?
No, sir.
Why? My song won't be good? Would it be melodious? It's not coming. What should I do to make it move?
You should apply potential.
That's good. You sing a song, you dance, you keep a Sprite, whatever, pizza, burger, nothing. It is not interesting. You have to apply potential. Potential is measured in what units? Volts. If you keep a big plus and minus, it will be big volts, more volts. Less plus, less minus, less volts. Suppose there is a stone. If I apply a small force, it will just move like slowly. If I suddenly kick it with great force, what will it acquire? It will acquire damn big speed. It will be thrown out of the table. So how much kinetic energy the ion acquires depends on how many factors? Two things. One is how much charge is there. Second one is how much potential are you applying. It depends on two things. One is the charge of the ion, the other one is potential you are applying. Understand? So, always the kinetic energy of a charged body is given by what? Charge of the body into voltage applied. Don't forget this. This will be in what units? Coulombs charge. V should be in what units? Volts. The kinetic energy will be what now? Coulombs into volts. If you multiply coulombs with volts, you'll be getting energy in joules. I gave all these tables in my first lecture. Is there any academic hurdle? Earlier my class, there were about 22, 21 students, now only less. Any reason? Should I take in some other time or kind of a thing? You know any idea? So many nice things I am teaching. I am worried. Hello? You have any idea? No idea? No problem.
No, sir.
No, it's okay. So, always while solving problems, you must use proper units. Coulombs is SI unit and volts is also SI unit. So once you multiply these two, you'll get joules. This is also what? SI units. This is one system. Another system is CGS. There we will not take charge in coulombs. We'll take charge in electrostatic units. Then volts will be there. You will be getting in ergs. So like that. We'll see that later. Now, if magnesium ion is at rest in a discharge tube, I applied 100 volts potential on it. What is the kinetic energy of the magnesium ion? Can you tell me?
200 joule.
2 is what? Units only, 2 units charge. What is the absolute charge? 2 into
1.602 into 10 power minus
into 10
19.
power minus 19 coulombs. The charge on one magnesium ion, this should be multiplied with 100 volts. So what you will get? 2 into 1 point, approximately 6 into 10 power minus 17 units. Joules is the units for energy. So 3.2 into 10 power minus 17 joules. How to convert this into kilojoules? By 1000. Also okay. What is this value? Can you tell me? What is this value? I told you now.
Kinetic energy of mg.
How smart you have to calculate. Okay, that's very essential. Most of the students do not know. Very few who can work out in a proper way. You should be in that group. Now, if I ask you, what will be the velocity of the magnesium ion after applying 100 volts? How will you solve it? Try to understand. There is a magnesium ion moving, made to move by applying 100 volts potential. What velocity will magnesium acquire? What is the formula for kinetic energy?
Half mv square.
Half mv square. So half mv square is nothing but this only, no? 3.2 into 10 power minus 17 joules. What am I asking you? Velocity. So we have to calculate. Half mv square is equal to how much we got? 3.2 into 10 power minus 17 joules. Half, I want velocity of magnesium. What is the mass of magnesium?
24.
Again, that 24 is units only. 24 AMU. But once you are in SI units, joules, you should not use mass in AMU. You should use mass in kgs. 1 AMU is equal to how much? 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kgs. I explained you in my first lecture. If you cut carbon 12 into 12 pieces like this, 12 pieces, each piece is 1 AMU and its mass is this much. 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kgs. Magnesium ion mass is how much? 24 AMU. So what will be the mass, actual mass into
1.67 into 10 power minus 27.
1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kgs into V square is equal to 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 17. So what will be V square now, tell me? This 2 goes 12 times. So V square will be 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 17 divided by, all this will go there, 12 into 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27. Did you understand? I took this the other side. So 10 power minus 27, 10 power minus 17 goes 10 to the power of how much? 10. If it goes there, plus 27 minus 17, it will be plus 10. So 3.2, it is, if you take 1.6, it will be how much? 2 times. So 2 by 12 means 1 by 6 into 10 power 10 is V square. So what is V? Root of 1 by 6 into 10 to the power of 5. Units, velocity units. Velocity. How should you express velocity? Huh?
Meter per second.
Meters per second only you should tell. You should not say centimeters per second because you are in which units? SI. Once you are in SI, everything must be SI. Once you are in CGS, either be in SI or be in CGS. The complete problem. All units must be expressed like that. In SI units, we should use meters per distance. We should use joules for energy. We should use newtons per meter square for pressure. We should use newtons for force. You know, for here in CGS, instead of meters, you should use centimeters. Joules, you should use ergs. Here, dynes per centimeter square. Dynes for force. This is for distance. This is for energy. This is for pressure. This is for what? Force. Volume, meter cube. Volume, centimeter cube. Volume. But time same. Seconds, seconds. What whether it is CGS or SI, we take seconds only. Mass, it should be gram. Sorry, it should be kgs in SI. In CGS, it should be grams. If you want to do a problem in SI, you must use these units. If you want to solve a problem in CGS, you should use these values. Okay, now?